Who is this Rasputin fellow you speak of? I'm completely the Doctor. We're playing as the Doctor now. Previously on Psychonauts, I removed some kids' brains, and I put them in death tanks. Oh, you still don't believe me. I'll prove it.
Greetings, Dr. Laporta. Good to see your face. I see you're wearing your favourite jacket. If I may say so, your claw is looking especially menacing today. Up to the secret laboratory then, is it?
Thank you, Orderly. I'm going to do some evil things now.
Taking her up yourself this time, eh, Doctor? Less work for me.
Inmate Whitehead.
Chief Orderly Bonaparte. You're...
Armed. Well, here I am. Up in the tower of an abandoned insane asylum. Wearing a straitjacket. Talking to myself. Okay, enough with the disguise. The things I do for Lily's brain. Well, if I'm gonna get to the top of this thing, I'd better start hiking.
Fred is just gonna choke Whitehead for the rest of eternity. Is that what the kids are calling it now? What the heck was that thing? Did anybody see that? What I do see is some very, very annoying rats. I hate this area so much. It's very, very confusing. Because the rats, they will cause confusion. And also their explosions hurt. That wasn't them dying, that's an explosion. So we're gonna need shield for that. Mostly because it just really helps in this area. Just watch. I was waiting for it. It blocks the explosion damage, but it still gets you confused. So be careful with that. Make sure you can make all the rats blow up. But there's really not much of a purpose to this level. It's a lot of platforming, and you could find the rest of the campers' brains in this area. Also a whole ton of sidecars in case you're hurting for that kind of thing. I don't think I am. Speaking of kids' brains, here's one now.
Benny. I thought it would be smaller.
His brains matches his ears. They're both huge. Well, at least we got one of the bullies' brains. Do we really need to rebrain them? Well, it gives me mental energy, and I'll require as much as I need for the last level of this game. It's really difficult. I think this level's bad. Speaking of which, we're confusion rats. I hope you like confusion rats in your day. I don't know why, but sometimes confusion lasts longer in some situations than others. I said blow up. Why aren't you blowing up? Ah. Hey, did you just see her again? I think it's a her. Looks like she's trying to lead me somewhere. And also, she has a nice, high, squeaky voice, so that's why I think it's a she. I'm heading in the right direction. I hope. There she is again. Hey, get back here. Who are you? What are you? You're not a confusion rat, are you? I'd had enough of those, thank you. I jumped into this room mainly because another kid brain in here.
Bobby Zilch. I didn't know you had a brain. Man, I wish you were here for that joke, Bobby.
Yeah, little post-mortem dis. Post-brain mortem dis. You gotta rebrain him too. Maybe he'll finally be grateful and realize that we're not a huge dork. In fact, he's the one that's a huge dork. Haha! Also, I hear more rats. Stop being rats! Okay? I get it, you're rats, you're filled with a confusion grenade. Why? I have no idea. Some kind of horrible experiment. Before they made the brain tanks, they decided to go with rats, filled with confusion. And that didn't work too well, because people were just, I don't know, being confused. You can't take over the world with confusion. They don't know what's what. They don't know how to obey you. Great, more rats. I get it, Tim! Confusion rats. It gets worse. It really gets worse. This tower is in pretty bad shape. And this is when it starts getting devious with hiding the brains everywhere. Pretty much just follow the sidecars. They'll probably lead you to a brain. That's my general rule of thumb. And also you gotta do some tricky platforming like a 90-degree jump, or a U-turn jump, or whatever you want to call that thing. But right over here is yet another brain.
Elka Doom. Maybe I should let JT have some time alone before I return this brain.
I think they got plenty enough time alone. How many videos has it been now? Like 10? 12? Yeah, I think him and JT have already solved their problems by now. Elka's ready to be rebrained. And then she could ruin their lives once more. The only way to get up higher is to jump across that area right down there. Because it leads to a... Would you stop doing that? I don't know what you are. It's like she's rubbing it in my face. In fact, I think she kind of sounds like Bubbles. And I might be correct on that. I was looking up the voice actor for this. And has an interesting pedigree for that thing. Okay, what's happening here? What's happening there? What's going on up there? MC Escher called. He said, "Stop stealing my stuff. I just got it back." Great. Yep, the Milkman conspiracy was all twisty and turny, and looks like the tower is getting there. Getting there in a quick way. The stairs are going a little crazy. And I think the building's about to follow. Where am I going? It's so dark in here. Hey, a Psy card. I want that. I want that Psy card. No kids' brains for a while, but I want those Psy cards because that Psy Blast upgrade sounds pretty good. I remember where I'm going now. Up this way. Yeah! Did you see what happened? I didn't. It was completely blind. What the heck is that on the ground? Ah! Someone hates these rats as much as I do. Good. Good. Put those rats' heads on a pike. Skewer that creepy thing, too. Ah! Psy rats! Why? Why do you do these things? I regret everything I've ever done. Like not being confused. What was that one doing? He tried to disobey physics like this level is doing. Building, could you start being normal again? Thanks, that's great. That's fantastic. I would like you to go back to... No. I hate this area. It's the worst. It has painful pit slime. But you can levitate over them, so it's not that bad. What's more annoying is this thing has respawning rats. Those rats will come back if you get too high. And there's ones up here, too. I really should stop trying to shoot them at close range. It's bad for me. And I have to stand still so I don't have a messed up controller when I come out of confusion. This area is very convoluted and I hate it. But there's brains to be found if you know where to look. This is when it gets really tricky. Like right over here. Another kid brain. Who would ever think to look over here?
Yo, Quentin. Good to see your brain again.
I don't even know what Quentin does. Was he one of the band members? Ah, yeah, right. He was the levitator. Yeah. He wanted them to be not their whispering rockers, so he's not getting his brain back. I'm sorry. That was a good band name, and you just reneged on it. You should let Raj join. He could be like, I don't know, electric guitar. Air guitar. He could play the guitar with his brain. He'll, like, levitate it and then pluck the strings. That's a good idea. Now, you might want to climb up this way. There is a ladder right here, if you could barely see it. But there's also a ledge underneath this ladder. Float for it! And there's a ledge outside with another kid brain.
Dogen Pool. I told you I'd get your brain back.
Finally! We got Dogen's brain! The first kid to lose the brain and one of the last kids to get his brain back. Ah, poor Dogen. We have a problem now. I can't see the pole. I think I can barely see the pole. Yep, I was right. Right there. If it looks painful to watch, imagine trying to play it. This is not fun for me. This is a very bad level, and I had to practice quite a few many times to know where I'm going. Oh, was that weird creepy thing still hanging around? I couldn't realize it. She keeps on making her existence known.
Huh. Phoebe's brain is warmer than the others.
That's because she knows how to set you on fire, even outside her body. I should use her brain as a weapon, if I didn't have pyrokinesis myself anyway. But of course, contrary to reality, we have to head back up this... Wrong side, Rasputin! Come on! Stop trying to go back down. I got past that level. I want to go other places now. We have to head up here. Well, that painful area is out of the way. I'm surprised I handled it as easily as I did, actually. But this area, a little worse, because if you fall, you end up back at that slime area. And also, there's a whole bunch of confusion rats that you could hardly do anything with, because it's a little narrow passageway. You can't really see them until they get close. And you have to just pretty much just spam lock on and wait till they all die. Well, at least I lived, but not for much longer. I should have gotten some brain fluffs, but I didn't want to go all the way back to camp. And also, another kid brain, right over here. I think there's also a side challenge marker in this area, too.
Yay! Woohoo! Crystal's brain. Let's hear it for thinking.
Yeah! Thinking! Woo! Let's drink some poison! Yeah! Also, I think they were going to try and jump off the building at one point, too. They have problems. They have a lot of problems.
Yep.
I don't know what their problems are. Maybe when we finally rebrain Clem and Crystal, we'll finally get the whole story. But today is not that day. Probably next video I'll rebrain all these kids. Let's just get all the brains out of the way right now. I don't think we're supposed to be up this far. Yes, we are. We're supposed to be up this far. There's a side challenge marker over there, but it's rather difficult to get. And you have to do this area twice. Come on, camera. I want to look this way. Thank you. I hope nothing's in my way for this jump. It's going to be difficult. Actually, I should go down a little bit more. Yeah, over into this one over here. That'll give me enough angle to go and grab this thing. Like that! Side challenge marker for me! And I landed on that thing. I'm getting pretty good at platforming. I'm excellent. I'm the best. Where am I going now? I forgot. I'm the worst at platforming. We gotta bounce back up this bit right over here. Get where we need to go. No! Raz! What are you doing? Where am I now? I don't even know. Oh. It's an alternate way over to here. Where does that lead? I can't tell. Well, that was serendipitous. I actually landed on a rope I'd never seen before. That's just great for it. At least I didn't fall all the way back down. That would have made me upset. It still kinda makes me upset because I gotta do this over again. And the rats respawned! Ain't that great? Ain't that fantastic? It's causing me to panic now. Thanks a lot, rats. Where did I go from here? Right, there's the bed that I fell off of before. I was about to fall off it again. No! What happened to you, Raz? Where am I now? Oh, right back to where I was. That's why you kill all of the rats! This area is very difficult. Don't let it make you... Don't make it make you cry. It'll make you cry. Don't worry about that. It's an asylum. You're supposed to be crying. Are you crying right now? I mean, I wouldn't blame you. I feel a little bit like crying myself. I'm being chased by Psyrats. Someone help me. What is that thing anyway? Hello? Creepy hair mess woman. What are you? How do I get over there? I want to... I don't know. I guess I want to hurt you for making this level. I think you're responsible for it. But we really can't get any farther. We got some stuff in there, though. Ah, there's a chair blocking it. And there's a kid's brain over there, blocked by a bed. Now, I wonder if I was psychic enough to use telekinesis through a door? The answer is yes. Well, that solved my problem. Believe me, I think that knocked many players for a loop. I bet I'll see it in the comments. Yeah, I couldn't figure that out for quite a while. And then I felt like a dummy. That's because you are a dummy. You have telekinesis. You better use it. I'm judging you.
Clem's brain. We cheers for brains.
Yay! We got both the cheerleaders' brains. Let's hear it for gray matter. Now, what else do we have to do? I want to get out of here now. I would like to leave this place and go someplace that isn't this place. Because I'm tired of it. I'm done. I just want to leave. You, can you show me the way out of here? I don't even want to follow you anymore. Maybe she's actually leading me? No! Shut up! She really sounds like Bubbles now. This is the way we gotta go. Because I see another brain over there. And if I could tell from this distance, it looks like Nils's.
To think that every cell in Nils Brain is dedicated to the ladies.
Oh yeah! And getting Nils Brain means we're almost done with this level. Thank goodness!
This is your last warning! Go back down right now or you'll be very, very sorry!
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you over the sound of your face. Very demented looking Bubbles. Also got a good look at her now. Who is that? Dr. Lobato's assistant? I thought that would be Crispin Whitehead. I mean, he was guarding the elevator. And welcome to the top of the asylum. The doctor's lab is just ahead. Can we make it? Can we save Lily? Or will the crow stop us? What the heck was that? I can barely even see that bird. Well, obviously you can't see me when I'm invisible. Haha, who's a jerk? If you leave this crow here and you try to go up that ladder again, or that stairway again, he'll hit the button. Make sure he can't. Make sure he's very far away from this button. You go over there. I wish I could throw you down.
How can something as small as Vernon's brain hold so many boring stories?
That's because he uses the 90% of his brain for the boring stories, Raz. Come on, you're a Psychonaut. You should know this stuff. Next time on Psychonauts, we finally confront the Doctor, Dr. Lobato, and we free Lily. Good night, folks.